honestly, hey, did you do this for that placing? Fourth. The answer that resonates loudest, at least in my heart right now, is no.
This didn't make any sense to me, and so I did some research to find the placings of past Olympia competitors on their first outings. What I found shocked me.
Now, shaking hands with Jay Cutler, there's been an explosion or something and confetti or some shit, and no, I can't think of myself as a competitor. I'm a creator. Or maybe the package that I created wasn't good enough. What went wrong? And then you realize, in order to think like that, you have to totally forsake everything that you learned while in this camp. These lessons that are the fundamental principles that all of your past success stands on. You can't question it, but you have to question it. It's a dialogue now because it's not a monologue, because you're questioning and answering in your mind. You got this whole duality thing going back and forth.
My knees feel like they're about to buckle. It takes everything to give an interview after that.
You're led off the stage into a darker place, as you're walking down the steps, and you almost can mistake that for a place of refuge and peace. And just as the tears begin to fall, and there's people with cameras.
You came out, you had an aura of confidence about you, it seemed they worked you, and they moved you around a lot. Was this one of the more strategic plays by the judges, or what do you think was happening with you when they called you out with those guys?
You walk off the stage, you're expecting to have that moment to yourself. Nope, camera in your face. So are you happy with your placing? What are you, asking me a loaded question? Do you want to see me play myself right now so that they can vilify me on web blogs later?
In that moment, you hate them and the camera, and you hate the light that won't allow you to hide in this moment and be vulnerable. But this is what you asked for. You're the pro athlete in the spotlight. You're at the Olympia, and just as that same camera and spotlight would be there when you triumph, it's also there when you have a moment like this.
But there was more here than just simple disappointment. Faced with their first time at the most prestigious
trying to attain something, you look at the current standard. The current standard of Mr. Olympia was Dexter Jackson.
To beat Dexter and Phil.
He had to get him actually smaller. He had to sacrifice muscle tissue. So by the time we got to the day of the show, he was 258, 260. He looked, oh my God, I wish I could have taken him from right there and put him on the stage. But because I had started the depletion and cut the water out, his body kept dropping weight. So in the morning, even though he was 258, by the time he stepped on stage, he was 250. That's already 5 or 6 pounds less than the Arnold. And when Kai's muscles get smaller, they look flat.
Desert really necessary? Or was it overkill?
In a way, it was just no escape, constant 24/7. We were under the belief that to prepare for this Olympia, we have to go and do way more and above and beyond what everybody else was doing. And sometimes, more is not always better.
Everything that you did do, yields some kind of lesson to be learned. And it's the lessons learned that, you're going to build future success on. So, no, I don't think it was too extreme. I think it was a stepping stone towards future success.
But, what we did is try to play their game and see if we could beat them at their game. And what happened was, we beat Heath and we almost beat Dexter, but Jay came in.
we are a thinking center, a part of a thinking center, and that there is a thinking center that we use in the way of tools that are given us naturally.
Back home in Brooklyn, I accompany Kai to the gym for a light conditioning workout. This is his first time back in the gym in 3 weeks. His body needed to recuperate from his long ordeal. He seems to be in much better spirits than when I saw him last.
Master of all, it's questionable. I can only continue to aim for the target. However, as I am en route or in the process of aiming for the target, it's safe to say that at the moment there's a lot still to be desired in my own development, and I'm a work in progress.
In Columbus, Ohio, you will see, the Kai Greene that should have stepped at the Olympia stage.
If he goes back to what it took to win the Arnold, he's a difficult physique to beat.
And so Kai Greene prepares for the biggest challenges of his career. Part reigning champion, yet still an underdog, the successes and failures of the past are now preamble to 2010. For the sake of the documentary, we end the story here, but very often the end of one story is the beginning of another. Can Kai master himself, adjust to the spotlight, and work within it?